A. 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 A.
זה התקווה.
A. Hello, 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 hello. Good. Okay. Matter of my symphony. Play with me, look into my eyes and see. People walk away but never say goodbye.
או, נייס. אז בטוח יש לך את ההחלטה שלכם.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's me. אתה יכול לשים מההתחלה אבל שאני אשאיר. קולות בלב בנימה נפש יהודי.
קצת איזה, קצת יותר כאילו עומק במיקרופון. פחות כאילו כוח.
קולות בלב
אפשר
בנימה.
Okay, let's hear it with the song. All right, thank you.
קולות בלב בנימה נפש יהודי ומיד פאתם מזרח קדימה עין לציון טוב מופיע.
I know, I told them. משהו לא נשמע טוב. Something, it doesn't sound so good, the voice with the music, you know, like...
נסתר, או ארגז גדול מאובזר, יש פה סט של מדים וגלימת מילואים, מוכנות תמיד לאתגר. נכון כולם נראים רגילים, אבל אנחנו עם של גיבורי על, בכל אחד תמיד מסתתר חייל, מוכן להציל את העולם. וזה לא משנה אם באמצע חיים או באמצע משחק כדורגל, כולם יעזבו את הכל בשנייה אם יקרא להם הדגל. פה זה לא יקום מקביל, לא מציאות של מרוול, זה הסיפור, זה הסיפור שלנו. נכון כולם נראים רגילים, אבל אנחנו עם של גיבורי על, בכל אחד תמיד מסתתר חייל, מוכן להציל את העולם.
אין לי ארץ אחרת, גם אם אדמתי בוערת, רק מילה בעברית חודרת אל אותה אל נשמתי, בגוף כואב, בלב רעב, כאן הוא ביתי. לא אשתוק כי ארצי שינתה את פניה, לא אוותר להזכיר לה, להשאיר כאן באוזניה עד שתפקח את עיניה. אין לי ארץ אחרת, גם אם אדמתי בוערת, רק מילה בעברית חודרת אל אותה אל נשמתי, בגוף כואב, בלב רעב, כאן הוא ביתי. לא אשתוק כי ארצי שינתה את פניה, לא אוותר להזכיר לה, להשאיר כאן באוזניה עד שתפקח את עיניה. אין לי ארץ אחרת, עד שתחדש ימיה, עד שתפקח את עיניה. אין לי ארץ אחרת, גם אם אדמתי בוערת, רק מילה בעברית חודרת אל אורתיי אל נשמתי, בגוף כואב, בלב רעב, כאן הוא ביתי. בגוף כואב, בלב רעב, כאן הוא ביתי.
כל החיילים חוזרים הביתה, הקרב עוד לא תם. כל החיילים רוצים לאמא שתלטף שיער שם. וכשהקרב עוד לא תם והקשר נותק, ישבה לאמא וכתבה את המכתב. תשמור על עצמך ילדי, תמיד תזכור את אמא, ובכל אשר תלך ברכה שלוחה מאמא. תשמור על עצמך ילדי, תמיד תזכור את אמא, ובכל אשר תלך ברכה שלוחה מאמא. רק אמא נותרה שם, מבכה את האהובה, את ילדה שלא ישוב עוד, לא תראה היא לעולם. תשמור על עצמך ילדי, תמיד תזכור את אמא, ובכל אשר תלך ברכה שלוחה מאמא. תשמור על עצמך ילדי, תמיד תזכור את אמא, ולכל אשר תלך ברכה שלוחה מאמא.
עומד על הגבול, לחשתי לשייקה נכנס, שייקה ענה נכנסים. סומך על עצמי, על ההוא לידי, על הצוות, סומך על ניסים. חוד לפנים, ירח בחוץ, גם הוא קצת לחוץ, נו, אלא מה? לא כל לילה אומה מדממת, לא כל יום מתחילים מלחמה. דורך את הנשק, שומר על הגב של ההוא ממולי, שומע את הקול של אשתו מבקשת, נועם תשים עין על בעלים, קירה אותו טוב, הוא טיפה דפוק, תמיד מנסה להיות הגיבור. שוב הילדים שאלו איפה אבא, תוודא לי שאבא יחזור, איך מבדים? בכמה לילות, רק אם תרדים את הילדים, ולמה במקום להשיק את האלבום, לעלות על במות, עולה על מדים, טור מדורג, בני זאת שוב הרסו לנו חג, נשבענו אחד לשני, אף אחד בצוות פה לא נהרג. אז אני מתרגל שלא ברור אם נחזור עוד יום בעזה, אז הצוות לא הולך לעצור. אז אני מתפלל שאלוהים יעזור, מה שבטוח שהחושך מפחד מהאור. ראשון, לילה לבן, לילה שני, ישנו שעה, לילה שלישי, נקרא ליל הסגר, מדר חזר ללבנון השנייה, התקלות ראשונה. איני בלילה זיית צלליות, טנק שהגיע פרק את הקומה, ואותנו פינק עם זרחן לריאות, ועוד איתור מטונף, ועוד קומה נקייה, ואין ציוד לבדוק את הלב שלי באף נשקייה, ויש מה לבדוק, דוק, בוא ותקשיב, שיבה באוקטובר נשבר לי הלב ברמה שקשה להרכיב, חודשיים אחרי הוא שוב התנפץ, לא הייתי מוכן, כאב שלו ברא השטן, צוות בנדה עלה על מיטן. אז אני מתרגל שלא ברור אם נחזור עוד יום בעזה, אז הצוות לא הולך לעצור. אז אני מתפלל שאלוהים יעזור, מה שבטוח שהחושך מפחד. שישי באוקטובר, כולה ראפר שבקושי עושה מילואים. יומיים אחרי זה יש פה חבר'ה שילכו איתי כל החיים. ארזו את התיק, עזבו את הכל, כולם מחפים שלא ניפגע. אמרתי כולם כי גם מלמעלה, אייל וגל מחפים לפלוגה. שישי באוקטובר, צוות עיני, נפגשים בעיקר בשמחות. היום אם אחד מהם רק יבקש, שתן לו את שתי הכליות לפחות. 100 ימים, 70 לוחמים, הולכים אחרי גב רבי מלאכי. חודש וחצי בעזה הפכו כל אחד ואחד ואחד לאחי. שישי באוקטובר זה העם שלי שקורע את עצמו מבפנים. בחרנו צדדים, קראנו בוגדים, בבוקר אחרי שרפו יהודים. לא שאלו אם חסמת את קפלן, לא שאלו מה הכנסת לתיבה. כל נשמה שעלתה לשמיים ציוותה במותה להרבות אהבה. להיות ראויים, להיות ראויים, לא השבוע, לא השנה, כל החיים.
מקווה שאת עוד שומרת רגעים שמחים למזכרת. פעם אנשים עוד כתבו לך כאן שירים על מחברת. זוכרת היפהפייה נרדמת, עד מתי תהי מדממת? ברחובות כולם אין חלון ואין סולם, אין גם דלת או שלט. אז שר לך שיר ישן, שיר ישן, שיר ישן, נשאר לך נאמן, נאמן, לעולם, לעולם. הנביאים חזו לך אחרת, מישהו נרדם במשמרת. איפה החלום? אין אמת ואין שלום, אין גם צדק, רק צדק. אז שר לך שיר ישן, שיר ישן, שיר ישן, נשאר לך נאמן, נאמן, לעולם, לעולם, לעולם לא נשבר.
Good evening, everyone. You can start taking your seats. We will start in about 5 minutes. Thank you.
No worries, everybody. We have no place else to go.
את היחידה מיוחדת, לעולם תהי לי מולדת. גם על סף תהום, גם בתוך הגיהנום, את גן עדן, גן עדן.
תשכח ימיני, תדבק לשוני לחיקי, אם לא אזכרכי, אם לא עלה את ירושלים, על ראש שמחתי.
ללא מילים, ללא תחושות, אין מנוס ממחשבות. יש פה קרע לא מוסבר, איך שרים כשלב נשבר. אני פה מול החדשות, לא מעכל את הדמעות. אם אנחנו עם נבחר, איך נחרד גורל אכזר. ואין תשובות, ערפל כבד נחת עכשיו. למי פונים? הנשמה פצועה בקרב. שמע ישראל אומרים יחדיו, עוד לא עבדה תקוותנו להיות חופשי בארצנו. שמע ישראל, כולנו עם אחד.
אפשר לתאר במילים את הזוועות, הנפש פצועה, רק רצינו לרקוד, לא רוצים עוד לראות אמהות שבוכות. מה כבר ביקשנו? בשקט לחיות, אין לנו ארץ אחרת, גם אם האדמה פה בוערת.
אז די לפילוג, די לשנאה, מסתכלים עלינו, מנצלים את החולשה, זה הזמן לאהוב, להפיץ את התקווה, להרים את הראש, לחייך חזרה, כי כולנו אחים לא רק במלחמה, עם ישראל זה אותה משפחה, אנחנו ננצח, אין פה ספקות, בהיסטוריה ניצחנו בכל הקרבות, כל השונאים יאללה ביי, עם ישראל חי.
לא סיפרת על הקרב, רק על כל היתר. וכשתצא לעוד שבת, נחכה בפתח, אמא לכבודך בשלה, אשקה אותך כמו פרח. We honor the memory of those we lost, innocent souls whose lives were cut tragically short. We pay tribute to the survivors whose courage in the face of unimaginable horror continues to inspire us. We acknowledge the enduring pain of families torn apart, of communities left to grapple with the aftermath of such senseless brutality. This day serves not only as a moment of reflection and mourning, but also as a powerful reminder of our collective responsibility. We must remain vigilant against hatred and intolerance in all their forms. We must work tirelessly to build a world where such atrocities have no place, a world founded on mutual understanding, respect, and the sanctity of human life. As we commence this ceremony, please stand and let us join together in a moment of silence. In this quiet, may we find the strength to honor the past, confront the present, and shape a future that stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and our unwavering commitment to peace. Now, please welcome Hadass Levy for singing the U.S. National Anthem and the Tikva.
התקווה בת שנות המים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
Thank you, Adas. Now I have the honor to inviting to the stage the head of the school, Rabbi Chaim Albert, to address us.
שמחת תורה, ושמחת בחגיך, תורה תמימת משה. Everyone's dancing, everyone's enjoying, we're laughing. Machal Chaim. And then Motzei Yom Tov, we turn on our technology, and we understand the dates, October 7th. ואיך זה יכול להיות? How could it be? The day that we're so happy, that we're enjoying, that we're with our family. איך זה יכול להיות? משהו כזה קרה. It's a difficult question. The Gemara tells us that one time Rabbi Akiva was walking, and all he had is he had sheep, he had a light. He tries to go into a city ba'erev, and they say, no Jews allowed. Not the first person that it happened. So he goes to sleep, vasadeh, in the field. He says, Gamzu latova, let it be for the good. And then all of a sudden, the lion comes and chases away his animals. He says, Gamzu latova, at least I have my light. And the wind comes and extinguishes his light. He says, Gamzu latova. In the morning he awoke and he found that everybody in the city was dead, because the Bolsheviks came and sacked the city that night. And if he had an animal they could hear, if he had a light they could see, or if they had let him in the city, then he too would never have survived. Although we don't understand Hashem's ways, Adam ve'emunato yichyeh, we know that there is a good reason, and we believe that there is a future and a netzach for the Jewish people. The only thing I just wanted to add is that about that same time, our school, we had purchased a property out west, and the city manager said, sorry, Mechila, you can't have a school here. You have to sell it to the local university. Gamzu latova. And we were looking, where will be our home? Where could be a home that will take in the Israeli children in our community? That will give them a tuition they can afford, and a home, achi babayit. And exactly 30 days after October 7th, at the Nova Festival, this campus called us as Nova University and offered us to bring the Jewish Academy here to Nova. Exactly 30 days later, mamash. And Baruch Hashem, Hayom, we have 400 children here. 80% are Israelis, all of them from public school. Although we'll never understand Hashem's ways, it's our opportunity to make a gamzu latova, to make everything good, and to remember all of the Kedoshim and the holiest people in Israel, that they gave their lives for us to be here. May Hashem remember them. Tehei zichronam, zichronam baruch. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Albert. Now I have the honor of inviting to the stage the Mayor of Hollywood, Mr. Josh Levy, to address us.
Good evening, everyone. So here we are on the one-year anniversary of the attack on Israel on October 7, and I know many of us can be feeling a range of emotions. We can be sad, we could be afraid, we could be angry, uncertain. And today and over the past year, certainly those emotions are what you could say it means to be Jewish in this year, in these times. And about how now more than ever coming together in unity and solidarity is important, because being Jewish means being part of a story of resilience, of being able to rise up after you're knocked down. And our history as Jewish people is marked by those incredible challenges that we know, but it's also marked by the courage of a community and by the foundational bond that we have with one another. And the events of October 7th are a painful reminder. They are of the threats that our people face, but they also show and call on us to rise together to protect and support our homeland, our soldiers, and our people everywhere. And as we reflect over the last year, we know after October 7 how our community in Hollywood and around South Florida rose up to defend Israel in every way that we could, being here across an ocean. So if I could, I want to play a short video that will bring some memories back and show maybe the soldiers who are here what we did over the past year. And if you could please play the video.
The whole world must see that Israel must exist and has a right to exist and is one of the great outposts of democracy in the world.
My Jewish brothers and sisters said to
I would submit that Israel did not steal anybody's land. This is another thing I've heard the last couple of weeks, words like occupiers and colonizers and apartheid, which I don't think people understand the history there. The Jews...
Israel confidently and proudly, as we are here to do today, to support our families in Israel and bring them home. Thank you for being here. We are united, strong. Thank you.
יום השמש לא יככה, וירח בלילה, אשר ישמור מתוכה, ישמור את נפשך.
So that last segment was this morning as we were here with the kids from the Jewish Academy. Inspiring our next generation of young Jewish and Israeli children to recognize that they too may be called up in the future to defend a people, to defend the country like these IDF soldiers who are here with us had to be called up to do. And I'm so proud of the community that we showed we are over the past year, whether it was coming together for vigils and remembering those that we lost, to organizing the warehouse behind Café Noir, gathering thousands of relief supplies. And as I was growing up myself, I would learn stories about how in 1948 or 1967 or 73, individual people, Jewish people around the world had to help Israel with arms and supporting the country. And I would think to myself as a child, why would a country rely on business people in the United States and things like that? And then here we are on October 7, and soon thereafter we found ourselves making phone calls looking to find supplies to support our soldiers, just like those stories from 1948 and 1967. So it stresses upon us, the understanding of how we are all bound together, the bond we have with one another, that when something happens in Israel, something happens to the Jewish people, it's all of us who are needed and all of us who can contribute as you all so have. So very proud of our community. Last week, I presented a proclamation, a chazah, at the city of Hollywood, recognizing and remembering October 7. If you'll allow me, I'd like to read the proclamation to share with you. A proclamation of the city of Hollywood, Florida, in recognition, remembrance, resilience, and unity, commemorating the first anniversary of the October 7 attack on the State of Israel. Whereas on October 7, 2023, the State of Israel endured the most horrific attack on the Jewish people since the Holocaust, carried out by Hamas, a U.S.-designated terrorist organization that violently seized control of the Gaza Strip following Israel's disengagement from the territory in pursuit of peace nearly 20 years ago. And whereas in this unconscionable act of terror, over 1,200 people, most of them civilians, were brutally murdered, with the victims including citizens from more than 40 countries, among them at least 36 confirmed U.S. citizens. The brutality inflicted upon innocent civilians, including murder, rape, torture, and kidnapping, has left indelible scars on countless families and communities worldwide, uniting us all in mourning and remembrance. And whereas the city of Hollywood stands in solidarity with the people of Israel, honoring the memory of those who perished and extending support to those whose lives have been forever altered by this terrible violence. And whereas despite the profound trauma endured, the resilience of the Israeli people has been truly extraordinary, as they continue to demonstrate unwavering determination to bring the remaining hostages home, defend the values of our shared civilization, and defend their right to live in peace and security. And whereas the residents of the city of Hollywood and the people of Israel, through cultural, civic, religious, and economic relations, share a special bond, including our sister city relationship with the Israeli city of Herzliya, the city of Hollywood joins voices within the international community and unequivocally condemns terrorism in all its forms. In particular, the state-sponsored terrorism fueled by continues to destabilize the peace and security of the entire Middle East and beyond. And whereas the city of Hollywood shares the vision of the U.S. and terrorism-free future for Israel, the world, and...
אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום, שליחים מיקום, שליחים מיקום. שליחים מיקום! אני בא מאמין. התרחיש הצבאי של חמאס, אם סוף סוף דובר צה"ל מאשר את מה שפשט ברשתות החברתיות במשך השעה האחרונה, במרוצת השעה האחרונה, וזו חדירת מחבלים, גם על הגגות. יורים פשוט מחבלים שחדרו מעזה, פשוט עוברים ברחובות ויורים על הבתים. אז המשטרה לא עונה עכשיו לטלפונים שלה.
לא! אללהו אכבר! אללהו אכבר! על הגג! חזרו! היו! יום הילד!
מתקפה משולבת על מדינת ישראל, כוחות גדולים של חמאס חדרו ליישובים מהקרקע, מהאוויר, בעשרות מוקדים. מאות מחבלים עברו באין מפריע אירועים.
חמאס עשה טעות חמורה הבוקר, הוא פתח במלחמה כנגד מדינת ישראל. חיילי צה"ל נלחמים בכל נקודות החדירה כנגד האויב.
A year has passed and words still fail to capture this day. As we continue our commemoration, I am deeply honored to invite Surgeon Major Maor Hoffman, his wife Carmel Hoffman, his wife Carmel Hoffman, Major Yair Binyamini, Surgeon David Kleiman, and the founder of
So for me, October 7 actually started the day before. I was on call for the day before. I was on call for trauma at Bet Cholim. Only for trauma at Bet Cholim. Only a week later, when he was out of the house. And I was calling home, no one answered. It was like a weekend. Fortunately, our home didn't have any alarms, so they all felt safe. But I guess 10 minutes later, he was calling me and he's saying, listen, I called my parents and they went in and out and we just treated them. And we didn't know which one is soldier, which one is a civilian. And I know she's laying for around 8 hours until they evacuate her and got Roka looking for like, and they can't find her. I'm like, oh my God. And 3 hours later, we got...
7, I was at my parents' house in Eilat, in Israel. My mom woke me up, and when I turned on the TV, first thing I saw was the footage of Terror Brigade. A few short hours of leaving Eilat. By 2 p.m., I had boots and fought until Monday, when we eliminated the last terrorist. I was responsible for rescuing families and evacuating bodies. We found 5 family friends in contrast to the chaos and the helplessness of the kibbutzim. We had casualties there, some soldiers and friends.
What life lesson did the war teach you?
I learned that control is an illusion. Life can chase my dreams. One moment people were dancing at the party, the next they were gone. We must make the most of each day and keep moving forward. Our people have...
And in that moment, my birthday is done. And we start understanding what's going on. And base to Bilu, get the uniform, get the weapons, put some bullets in the magazine, and enjoy my unit to massive fight and mefalsim and Sderot. It's bad. It's better. It's worse from hell. And that's it. We are fighting Bet Hanun, Bet Laia, Jabalia, all over the place. And
On Bet Laia, what stories you won't forget?
I have many stories. Some good stories, some bad stories. I will tell you some stories. My brother, they get injured later in Gaza. I met him after like 6 months, I think, that I didn't see him. A couple neighborhoods, it's called refugee camp. We are fight together, so we know exactly where we've been. Refugee camp, and I need to tell you, lucky we have dog with us, Orchid's unit, dog, and the dog sitting twice. When the dog sitting twice, it's mean that something is suspicious there. And the officers decide, or 2 hours later, these are stories that start with a miracle, totally miracle, refugee camp, and they close houses. And the number in the strip houses in the south, the sniper team sitting there, and the north, other team sitting over there. Sudden instinct of warrior instinct, one of the snipers taking weapons. He sees something in the front of him, and between the vest and the chest, and killed him immediately. One of the teammates in the other team. And all this story happened within seconds. So you can try imagine how it is in a battle. Everything is so fast. Everything is happening so fast. And that's it.
In all this massive fighting, did you feel hope?
Yeah, of course. First of all, when we are doing this mission, in Bet Hanun we find the tunnel that the terrorists go to the attack and from the attack. And we find many bicycles. We find shirt with kibbutz berry. And this gives you hope that you know you are close. You get closer anytime. In Jabalia we find a Golani soldier vest belong to Golani soldiers with the name better and do it faster.
Thank you. Carmel, Maor's wife.
I should wake up I should see my family, and he will call me in a few hours and he will update me. So I wake up, I went to the living room, and I saw, so I start packing, and meet me in the airport, yeah, with the bag. So I'm start packing, and I'm looking for the shoes. I'm calling his parents, and we didn't find the shoes, but it was okay in the end. Flight, and he stayed one night, and in the morning he drew to the base. I still didn't understand what's going, but when that it's just you. And I put him in the base, and I didn't hear from him, the women's of all the girlfriend, spouse, and there is an officer that should give information. After, I think, the second round, they had 2 weeks inside, and then they went out for 24 hours, him and no matter what. So we wait in the parking lot. It was me and another girl, and they are coming through the, but yeah.
And what tip would you like to give to the partners of soldiers today to maintain their sanity?
To cry, let it go, to cry everything, take a deep breath, and continue.
Thank you, Carmel.
Me, something, if somebody will call it, maybe this is my part of PTSD. And on the night of between October 6th, and on the night of between October 6th to October 7, I don't know why I woke up, and I never tried to touch the cup, and I never tried to touch the phone because I was in such a dissonance, because from one side, my kids are sleeping, I have 3 kids, my wife is sleeping in bed, I didn't want to tell her what happened. She's also an IDF knowing what's going on in Israel, because we're so far, and I don't want to rather her. So that's how I managed to just far, and I don't want to rather her. So that's how I managed to just walking back and forth until 4 a.m. I called my unit, of course, my liaison. I told her, okay, I'm in the other side of the world, but God. And as the hours came by and my unit was getting into the base around the noon, I started getting a lot of calls, because everybody knows that I'm here in America. I have a lot of connections, and the soldiers came to after the second Lebanon war. I'm old enough to be on that side as well. We didn't have any equipment on that war, so the army bought a lot of equipment, and we had amazing equipment. Rushed into the base to take their equipment, saw that their bags are falling apart, their vests are the base to take their equipment, saw that their bags are falling apart, their vests are falling apart. We don't have equipment. We need those. Again, they couldn't call me, but here I can contribute and make sure that all my soldiers get what they need. And I managed to do that until they actually went, as Maur said, there was 2 or 3 weeks of training with the army. And I joined them 2 days after they started the war, basically into Gaza. The first fight, I was just helping the battalion commander within his guns all the way to the end of the fighting. And that's how I started the war.
So you live here, your family, your wife with 3 kids.
Family is there, and your friends are there, and your soldiers that, I walked with them for the last 15 years or so. You cannot let them be alone, because you can contribute. And we saw it once, and in his garage, we see one of those trucks just parking there. We open the door, we see a lot of blood, of course, and I don't want to get into too much graphics. So a bit too late, but at least we're managing to get some closure for the families.
And is there anything positive you can point on?
So I think the main thing that I took from Pork and Yom Kippur, and we're all fighting the same fight. We're all helping each other. When somebody is sick or feeling bad, we help them. And it gave me back the hope and the belief that we can still, despite everything that happened, 2 incidents. One different incident, the one Maur mentioned, but also a friendly fire. 2 terrorists went into a house. One of our coming to help us didn't know that, and he fired on the house right when our team went in. We had 2 men seriously wounded that day, and Zvika Lavi died 3 weeks later, living just a small area between two houses. They blew up an IOD from the tunnel, killing Gal Eisenkot and Eyal Berkovich on the spot. And old baby her mother is holding, and me and the battalion commander not meeting our task of bringing your husband back home. And she's just look at us and say, that wasn't your task. Your task is to win the war. That wasn't your task. Your task is to win the war.
So first, shalom lekulam, and thank you for coming. My name is David Kleiman, and lekulam, and thank you for coming. My name is David Kleiman, and I'm Shaliach in Hebrew Academy in Miami Beach. Electric, not phone. Shaliach in Hebrew Academy in Miami Beach. Electric, not phone. Time to disconnect. So the tefillah, the prayers start connect. So the tefillah, the prayers start at 9 a.m. when the children very happy. You know it's a holiday. A.m. when the children very happy. You know it's a holiday. Of rocket, it's normal in Israel. And after a few minutes came one more person with red eyes. 2 minutes came one more person with red eyes. But this person is starting to tell me what happened, and I hear. And you see, my English is not 100%, and I'm saying to myself, maybe I didn't understand what you say. And so I went to the rabbi in the Bet Knesset. I'm asking, can I check my phone, my WhatsApp group, my unit? Maybe. Can I check my phone, my WhatsApp group, my unit? Maybe I need to go back. And what's big mistake? That's it. No WhatsApp, not back. And what's big mistake? That's it. No WhatsApp, not your WhatsApp group with your unit. So this is the time to tell you about your family. And a few hours after, I'm asked for my wife to open the laptop. By the way, my wife Limor, the big hero here. Our country, our nation. By the way, my wife Limor, the big hero here. Our country, our nation. And then we start, no, you don't know. No, you don't know. And in my way, everybody find his way how to disconnect, because you need to come to the mission very, very, with the right mode. And I'm listening to music to my wife, sitting Oshrat, and I'm listening to music to my wife, sitting Oshrat, she is an Israeli, amazing Jewish from Hebrew Academy. And this night we check 400 dead body.
Thank you. The founder of Yeridim USA.
I start to organize a suitcase, put it by the door, like going to buy a ticket to fly to Israel. I have to do something. My wife, she sees what I'm doing. She knows about it, and I knew that if I go to Israel, I'm not a warrior. I was never one. And I went on the stage. I don't know, something got into me, and I said, if anybody wants to help me to do anything, to help Israel in any way, just approach me to the stage to fight. And at that moment, I understood that there's going to be a lot of Tzav Shmone. A lot of people are going to be called to Israel. And the mission was first to fly all the warriors to look for more warriors who got the Tzav Shmone to help them out. And with that, like a short period of time, hundreds of people flew from Miami to, not only from Miami, from all over the country, and even from Europe. People that engaged to us, going over the messages to see who can help us. If people gave us airplanes, gave us money, gave us help with the customs and everything. Yair was there on his computer. Within the first week, we got 43 on Monday, first week, of soldiers asking for supplies. I also got called by the Jewish Federation, by Asaf Shemi, which is a member of Yair's group, Israeli parliament. Physical donations and send it to Israel. We don't know how to do it. We know you can manage it. Like in my mind, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm all yes, And he says, can you handle it? And I said, yes, I can handle it. He says, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. I'm going to handle it. A lot of people, like we had 50 to 100 volunteers every day, collected above $10 million of donations. Everybody had a mission, and we sent everything to Israel. It was 5 years. We were in touch when he was in Gaza, everything to Israel. It was 5 years. We were in touch when he was in Gaza. He needed a lot of supplies. We sent it to him from here. I actually had a lot of supplies. We sent it to him from here. I actually had a girl that was Sarah Gozan she was in charge of his unit. I took it very personally. Sarah Gozan she was in charge of his unit. I took it very personally because you have all this community, all Yedidim, all the platform that we have under Yedidim. It's all to your disposal, and people will be more than grateful.
Thank you all for sharing your brave stories. You are our heroes. Thank you.
Someone stole the moon tonight, took my light. Everything is black and white. Who's the fool who told you boys don't cry? Hours and you boys don't cry. Hours and hours. Holding on in this mysterious ride, dancing in the storm. I got
IVC to address us. The Yedidim USA has been at the forefront of the community support. Yedidim USA has been at the forefront of the community support and volunteers' effort, playing a crucial role in helping those affected by multiple events.
Years ago, I founded the Yedidim USA, which was established as a charity organization connecting between people who need help and people who want to help in the Israeli Jewish in the USA. On October 7th, they raised the awareness of the hostages by posting about 700,000 time to continue to the next important mission. We then established the IVC, the Israeli Veterans Club, in collaboration with Aaron Rose, a Maglan unit fighter. Thank you. I asked the soldiers to rise. Guys, stay up, please. Task and move mountains to make things happen.
Thank you, Libby. Dear esteemed guests, friends, family, fellow veterans, the black hole in my heart. It's not something I was used to, and this is after I took care of my ill father for over 5 years. So to have that weight heavy on my soul, no one else can understand that feeling. For me, it turned on to become a mission to turn my trauma into triumph, and to help connect and find, seek other people, and we're going to do it. And we're going to get to every single place to make sure that no veteran that drops everything. So will be our Black Sabbath, and it'll forever be entrenched in our heart to take Black Sabbath, and it'll forever be entrenched in our heart to take the sorrow.
Still have not been returned home, and they need to return now. Still have not been returned home, and they need to return now. 4 of them are also American citizens. 4 of them are also American citizens. And yet, we have to figure out how to deal with trauma. When it comes to, and I would say for us as a nation, as a Jewish nation, it's becoming an outlaster. We are going to outlast them. The system, the neurological, physiological, chemical, biochemical system is triggered, and it has its own memory. Please listen to what I have to say. I've dealt with all kinds of victims, from children who were victimized to older adults, children who were victimized to older adults, it's important that we respect that and provide the real help that they need. Important that we respect that and provide the real help that they need. I will also say that keeping in mind, and sometimes it comes as simple to that, good versus evil. It comes as simple to that, good versus evil. And so I feel very honored to give any possible time.
My height doesn't fit. My height doesn't fit. No, that's right word. No, that's right word. That's normal. About life. We are saying about life. We are saying it that tefillah kotvenu lechaim. Write us for life. Melech chafetz b'chaim. Write us for life. Melech chafetz b'chaim. A king who strive a love life. How come we are willing to do somebody else? Love life. How come we are willing to do somebody else? We are willing to die to make somebody else better. To give our life to somebody. To die to make somebody else better. To give our life to somebody that we love. To someone that we don't know. It's called Am Yisrael. We're reading in Rosh Hashanah who we are. I want to give a bracha first to the Chayalim. It's time for you to shine back. It's time for you to shine back. To bring back life.
Just toda.
To bring back life.
Just toda. Toda. Because of you. Toda. Because of you, we are here now. Threat of our nation in overcoming challenges throughout history. We remember the victims, ensuring that their names and stories are never forgotten. October 7th, we are home soon.
אנו נלחם בסמטאות, נלחם במנהרות, נלחם היכן שצריך.
I'm very fast. I got up on uniform, took a bag, and went out of the home. I remember all the way, a friend of mine took me, a friend of my team, all the way we're seeing the video.
Leave the room, it's all good, just go back to sleep, and I was being very whatever about it. Yeah.
Just, you do whatever you...
Everything was surreal. It's utter disbelief. The first time I seeing the North and seeing Israel, and locking a gun inside it.
Booming. We're back in America, in Hollywood.
Israel's security depends on our heroic warriors who fought complete devotion. Now it's our time to support them and give them. The support and the help they deserve.
שישרפו המלחמות, עם ישראל